Welcome to the Estrella Galicia post show from the EDP Ericeira Pro 2024, live from Ribeira de Las, and a day which had a little bit of fog impeding vision in the morning. Not enough to stop us from getting underway though, and not enough to dampen the action, which has seen big performances, clutch performances throughout the day. The waves have been providing plenty of fun for our surfers, and we've got quarterfinals decided.
Yeah, we're back on track. I thought today was important for all of us to reset. The fog was around, but we could still run. The waves were good. There were some heavy hitters in the water, and there was some amazing CT qualification dreams realised. So I think had it all today, and we're setting it up beautifully for the next couple of days.
Speaking of CT qualified surfers, let's go and hear from one. Samuel Poopo is with Joanna Garnell.
That's right. That looked a bit hard because it took 25 minutes for you to get a proper score. What happened?
I know, I feel like these are the worst heats. Even after here in the sand, my heart's still pumping really, really fast. And it's just one of those conditions that I hate going in the water. It's really low, like long time for the sets. And waves are really fat too, so hard to surf. But I'm happy the wave came after 25 minutes.
Are you also more relaxed now that you're requalified for the CT?
For sure, yeah. I feel like my preparation for this heat was just having a laugh with my brother and enjoying my time with him. He also made his heat, so I'm more happy about that than about this heat, actually. It's really relaxed. I feel like out there I was just waiting for the wave to come, really. I wasn't really trying to rush anything. And that took me 25 minutes, but it was worth it.
And now you're in the quarterfinals, but there's still one more Poopo to go to get into the CT, right?
Yeah, that's our main focus right now. Just want to watch his heats and make sure I have the best feedback for him from the ocean and from what I'm seeing, so he can make his heat and we can both, clinch our spot together and go home to have a good few nights of sleep.
Well, go relax, get some sleep, and we'll see you in the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joanna. Strong performance, really. Last orders in that heat from Samuel Poopo, and he's pretty relaxed and he's stoked. And how good's having your brother around?
He's stoked to be, a brother of that calibre. They're so close, so tight, and just giving so much energy off each other. And the way he celebrates is going home for a few sleeps. Just keep it relaxed. And yeah, it's great to see that dynamic. And yeah, those two are such great surfers, and it looks like they're going to be both on tour for next year, which is great news.
Let's dive into some of our storylines for the day. Going back to this morning, on the women's side of the draw, it was Isabella Nichols versus Tessa Thiessen of France. Two surfers going well in the rankings, and big scores going down. This one didn't disappoint.
Yeah, this was a great start. Tessa Thiessen especially really came out strong in his heat there. She's there, really different approach. She was going the vertical backhand style. Isabella Nichols was more about sort of fanging down the line, and look at these couple of turns, throwing so much spray and so much power. And she was looking great. She was logging some, I think she got a couple of 7-point rides, really put the CT surfer under the pump. But the class of Nichols just came through in the end. She just getting these really long waves and going to town on them.
Yep, she's been at the highest level before, desperate to get back there. And she is not too far away. A couple more heats the requirement for Isabella Nichols, and she is on a mission this week in Portugal. Her CT calibre just shining through. She found all the good waves, and you can see the shape there. It's just speed to burn as she grinds her way through the gears down the line, throwing buckets of sprays from start to finish, and a very polished performance from the Sunshine Coaster.
So no real surprise to see Bella Nichols going really well. We talked about CT experience. It was a similar theme in our second storyline, a surfer with a ton of experience on the CT. It was a little while ago, though, for Alejo Muniz, wasn't it? He talked about it. We had him in here in the studio. He was saying, it's a while since he was there, but he surfed the heat with Jorgen Cousinet, and it was always going to be about the power, this one.
Yeah, they're both big lads with lots of engaged in the rail. Cousinet there, he hasn't had a good year. This is his best performance on the Challenger Series. It's great to see him back fit and firing, but this man here, he's been waiting 8 years to get back on the tour, and he said he's never ever once thought about quitting. And he was under the pump in this wave. He needed this wave to get through, I think. So Alejo, it's a great story of perseverance, really. And his surfing is ready. He's come close so many times before. And I, for one, I think he's a guy that really deserves it.
This was Jorgen Kuzene's high-scoring wave. And he had the upper hand for the majority of this heat, courtesy of this wave that put him in the box seat. But unfortunately, Alejo came home flying and turned the tables in the last few minutes. Left Jorgen Kuzene chasing a wave that never came.
Yeah, I think this might have been the way that Alejo just needed a 6 to get into the all-important quarterfinal, and it was clutch. He waited for it, and he just went to town on it and delivered. And now he's 1 heat away from making the CT. So he's up against Edward Grosjean. He has to win the event to make the CT. So yeah, Kuzene kept firing. Great to see him back in form. Just a little bit unlucky.
Yes, a long, long wave this one. He gave it everything from start to finish. A little bit of flair down the line. I think he got the big finish on this one. And unfortunately, there it is. Spins the lightning quick reverse. Wasn't to be for Jorgen. And Alejo Muniz just slammed the door shut. Big hammer turn to finish. For a guy who's had a couple of knee injuries, it's amazing to see how low he gets to his board and just how much water he throws around the place transferring his weight.
Yeah, that one was a ding-dong battle, wasn't it? Just back and forth, relentless, like they kept going wave for wave. That was really cool to see. So obviously, we're watching the action in the water and we're just enjoying the sort of surfing that's going down, but ultimately it's all about going deep, deep into this event. We're set up with quarter-finalists, so we got the picture there, and we're looking at surfers that will really start to consider that a result from here, from quarters. However, once you get to the quarters, you don't want to stop there, of course.
No, of course not. You know, you're even closer to a life changer, or at least season-changing result. Here we go. And there's those 8 surfers. And, you know, unsurprisingly, the best form surfers of the whole event. You know, all these 8 surfers in their own way have been dominant.
Who's standing out here? Who do you like?
Well, I like
surfers.
I like Herdy. I think Poopo's he just said he's relaxed. He's just trying to help his brother through. I thought his performance was really, really good. And I got a little soft spot on the dark horse, Callum Robson. If he can get over Igarashi, I think he can go all the way.
For mine, the standout is the weight of numbers. 5 out of 8 quarterfinalist Brazilians. They have been a force at this event. Great waves, and they're just feeding off each other's energy and smashing it through the rounds.
What about Joel Vaughan's chances? But sort of dark horse energy, a little bit quiet. We've seen flashes of brilliance from him, and then he was just kind of bubbling away there. And I feel like he's just sort of lurking. He's got so much, got that X factor.
Yeah, he beat Leo Fioravanti, CT surfer. We had Callum Robson in the booth, and he was talking about his rail game is really good. But yeah, he can go to the air and he can go massive. So yeah, I think he's underrated, and I think he's dangerous.
Yeah, we saw Joel Vaughan last year get that 10 in Saquarema to really sort of put his name on the map. So if he can take some momentum from this event into the final event in Saquarema, who knows what he could produce.
Should we have a look at the women's bracket?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Let's
please.
check it out. So our quarterfinalists are all set for the women as well. Of course, just 5 spots available. So you're looking really to go semis or final for a major result. What are we liking from these matchups, Binzi?
Well, there's 3 ladies here who could seal their places at next year's championship tour. Bella Kenworthy's already done it, but Sally Fitzgibbons and Isabella Nichols could be joining her if they get through a couple more heats.
Yeah, it's really mixed there. I'm going to back just the favourites here with one exception. I think Fitzgibbons, Hopkins and Pinkerton, and Kenworthy, been on fire all year. I can't see those women losing. I think that Zabrowski, she's the one to watch down there against Isabella Nichols. Nichols is amazing, but Zabrowski has been locking 8s and 9s, and with doing it with relative ease. I think she can go all the way in this final.
Did anyone call that at the start of this event?
Oh, yeah, it was me. I definitely called it.
Was it you, Ben?
Yeah, I told you about her. You didn't even know who she was.
Is that right?
Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure that was me. And yeah, she's incredible, and I think she's confident as well.
Yeah, and of course the story as well from today, Bella Kenworthy getting that CT qualification secured. That story from the women, it's been there for a couple of years, and sometimes you get a generation come at the same time. It feels like that generation has got loads more in reserve. They're like shark's teeth, aren't they? There's just more and more coming, and she's going to be a weapon.
I'd like to fly the flag for a dark horse of my own. I think Kira Pinkerton's just in a really good space at this event. She's surfing because she loves surfing. She says she's fallen back in love with it. And she's flying under the radar. She's a highly touted junior, and she's got talent to burn. I reckon she could be one to watch for.
Let's get into our top 5 moments of the day now. It's quite a bit to pick from, and some of them are to do with repercussions, as in where the surfers are in the ratings. Some of them are down to performance as well, and grunt and grit and just resolve. And that's what we saw from Grajia, and he's close.
Yeah, he's been one of the form surfers all week. He's so powerful. He's been choosing the right waves. He's got to win the event to qualify. He's up against his mate Alejo Muniz, who has to win to get through. So yeah, he's been great, just on form.
Miguel as well, a bit more experience, wants to get back on the CT with his bro.
Yeah, well, we did the Miggy Pupo quick quiz, and you know his best ever result in his career was in just 2022. He got number 6 in the world 2 years ago. That's the level he's at.
180.
Won in Tahiti, got a CT win, finished just 1 spot outside the finals. That's the level he's at, and he's back. And he's always got that smile on his style. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Well, the storyline number 4 is Mateus Herdy, who is on a tear. He's lost his sponsors recently. He hasn't had the greatest start to his Challenger Series campaign. And it almost seems like a bit of a weight has been lifted off his shoulders. He's come in here without a care in the world. He's pretty outspoken. And Mateus Herdy has been showing the form that took him to a World Junior Championship a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we're just talking about Tia Zabrowski, and there she is walking down with her mum. And there's a bit of a fog around, but tell you what, she made hay when the sun was shining. This last turn was a really solid finish, bit of a layback. She's got a flare, and then she caught again. She caught these 2 waves within the space of probably 3 minutes. So what she's been doing throughout the whole event is just turning heats, flipping heats in really short spaces of time. And if you can do that, you're always going to be dangerous.
All right, this is Joel Vaughan flying the flag for the Aussies. He and Callum Robson, the last 2 standing from the land down under. And Leo couldn't really string together a heat, and Joel's not going to show him any sympathy whatsoever, and really grabbed this one by the scruff of the neck and put it well and truly beyond doubt. And as we've said a few times, Joel Vaughan definitely a surfer to be reckoned with into the finals of this event. Really explosive and has that X factor. Here's Leo. Just really had the one good wave, couldn't find a backup. Did the interview with Dog Marsh, his coach, on the beach, and yeah, Dog was pulling out what hair he has left.
Yeah, it's out of rhythm, wasn't it? That's what he said. And here we go, the number 1 moment of the day, and that is Bella Kenworthy qualifying for the CT. She's been on a tear all year, won 1 event, made the final in another, and only young and relatively experienced. But she said even at the start of the year, she didn't really have an ultimate goal to qualify for the CT. She was just trying to get some experience, see how good she go. And as she's built more momentum, she's delivered in Portugal. There's her dad, Jason, and she's got the whole family here. And yeah, she's going to be a really, really interesting addition to the CT in 2025. Addition. Yeah, I think she's got what it takes to, yeah, really, you know, cause some upsets.
Let's see how she goes about doing that. Of course, loads more stories towards qualification this year. And one of them, well, it's a surfer that performed with our wave of the day. We talk about experience and how key that is. And it was that man, Miguel Pupo, who absolutely blazed. It was about midway through the round, wasn't it? He needed a performance. His little bro's going all right. And he says, hey, little bro, watch this.
Yeah, it just drew out the whole way along this reef. I think this is his first really scoring wave of the heat and set himself up. And just the experience, the class, the talent, it all came together on this wave for an 8.33. It just kept delivering as well. His wave choice is absolutely amazing. His backhand is one of his strengths, always has been since he came on tour way back in 2011. It was his first year on the CT. And 15 years later, he's still absolutely hammering it.
Happy with your day, boys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, best day yet. Yeah, had a great time, Paul.
Got a name for me for tomorrow? When we wrap up finals, who's going to win this event, boys and girls?
I'm going to go for Zabrowski for the women's. I know, that's what I've said. And I think I'm going to go for Callum Robson in the men.
Obviously, we're biased because I'm going to name an Aussie as well. Joel Vaughan, I'm loving the way he's going about it here this week. And I just said it before, Kira Pinkerton, my dark horse pick for the ladies.
Well, quarter-finalists are set. It could be finals day tomorrow. I've actually got 2 more days in our waiting pit, so that could be Sunday. So what we'll do is we'll come back here tomorrow, 7:30 call for a potential 8 o'clock start, worldsurfleague.com. Thanks for tuning in. One thing left to do really today.
It's that time, Paul.
It's been a good day. Thanks for efforts, lads.
Salute.
Cheers.
Salush.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.